We begin with the world's biggest action hero, who's also determined to ruin the plans of a man campaigning to be the next president of the United States. It sounds like the stuff of a Hollywood movie, but it's not. Matt Damon is back starring in his most famous and successful role as the CIA-trained agent Jason Bourne. But off-screen, Matt is also doing his best to thwart Donald Trump's White House ambitions. As Rani sadly discovers, he doesn't pull punches on Trump or the return to the role of his life.
Ready to walk and talk?
Hey, I'm ready to walk and talk, Matt.
What are you watching? Oh, you're watching.
Yeah, I'm watching this film. Do you know what happens after this?
I do.
Really?
Oh, you're watching the old one. Oh.
Yeah, because, like, you're kind of... I thought you were dead.
No, look. Swim away.
Matt Damon swam away from that scene and the entire blockbuster Bourne franchise. The world's nicest actor said goodbye to its most brutally efficient action hero. But action's never too far away from Matt Damon.
Why is he doing the punching?
I don't know.
Do you think you can punch as good as him?
Yeah.
You do so many action scenes. Are you actually a good fighter, or you say it's more like a dance?
It is a lot more like a dance because you know, in a real fight, you don't know what's going to happen, and if you tried to do that, it would be just disastrous, you know, because it's got to be specifically choreographed.
That's kind of the profile.
Camera's got to be in exactly the right place.
How quickly could you take me down?
Oh no, you know, I'm a terrible fighter.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm a movie fighter. I fight fake karate. I'm like a black belt in fake karate.
That was good. Yeah, good workout.
Can you show me just a little bit, like how it works?
Yeah, all right. So, well, if we were playing to his camera,
okay.
So if you turn towards me, you need the hand to cross the face, and you can't see space. So this will be good because from his camera and his camera, you're gonna have two different punches. If I were to throw a left hook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and if you just turn your head, bam, like that, that'll sell for that camera, but it'll look terrible for that camera because you'll see the space, right? I don't have to get that close to you. I can be a good foot or 18 inches away, so you're never in any danger, and it'll sell from that camera.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
At 45, Matt Damon is taking back the role of the unbreakable Jason Bourne for his fourth explosive outing.
He's seen things. He knows things. What if he's not coming for us? What if it's something else?
You started playing Bourne when you were, what, 29, turning 30?
Yeah.
How much harder is it to get into shape? To make all the blokes at home feel better, how much work do you have to put into it?
It's a lot harder. 45, I mean, everything is harder. I mean, I remember, you know, at 29, I thought, you know, I boxed for 6 months. I was lifting weights. I was running. I mean, I was really working out. A lot of it's the diet. That's the worst part, too. It's just like, I love going out and eating. I love going out and drinking good wine and eating good food with my wife. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do. So that part was my sacrifice. But that's not a lot to sacrifice ultimately to make a movie that you really want to make.
Damon's first mission as Jason Bourne in 2002 was a box office hit and set the scene for the high-octane thrillers to follow.
It's about to really kick off now.
With director Paul Greengrass,
I was trying to let the camera get ahead of you before you started.
Matt made another 2 hugely successful Bourne films and then, to the surprise of fans, walked away.
You did say you weren't going to do another Bourne film. What brought you back?
Well, I said I wouldn't do it without Paul, and so it was always something that, you know, he and I would talk about. We were always looking for stuff to do together, and I think after a while we kind of felt like we're kind of dicks if we don't do another one, you know? So we knew we wanted to, but then it was a question of, well, what would the movie be and what's the story? And so it took a few more years to figure it out.
Why would he come back now?
There's a demonstration in front of the Greek Parliament building. I think she'll use it as cover.
They tracked you. We gotta move.
Can you tell me 5 ways Matt Damon's not like Jason Bourne?
I can give you more than 5. We can start with all the languages that he speaks that I wish I spoke. I hope there's an app for that someday that they can just download that. Let's see. I mean, well, the way he fights. I mean, I certainly can't fight like that. He's a lot more tortured than I am. You know, I think I've got a great wife. He definitely doesn't. And I've got kids.
Matt is raising 4 daughters, Alexia, Isabella, Gia and Stella. He's been married to Argentinian-born Luciana Barroso for 11 years.
5 women in the house.
It's a lot of estrogen. I gotta, you know, occasionally need to leave to take my walk around, you know, the park by myself. But it's really wonderful.
What is it like to go from a set being like the $100 million super soldier to go home and, you know, help with the homework, put the trash out?
Yeah, my dad called me years ago laughing with my brother, and I knew something was up because the two of them conference called me, and I was like, all right, what's going on? And my dad goes, he goes, Matthew, your brother and I just realized something. You remember the show we used to watch as kids, The Honeymooners?
Jackie Gleason, The Honeymooners.
And I said, yeah, of course. And he said, well, you know, in that show, Jackie Gleason drove a bus. The world just kind of crapped on him, but when he came home, he was the king of his castle. And I go, yeah, right.
This is my home, and when you come in here, treat me with respect and address me with a civil tongue.
Oh, why don't you shut up?
And I go, yeah, right, great. And he goes, we realized. And I go, what? He goes, you're the exact opposite. He goes, everybody thinks you're a big deal. And then he goes, you know, then you get home and you don't run shit. Those girls run you. And I went, yeah, that's true.
There were no sisters, just one brother in Matt's childhood home. He grew up in Boston, his mum a professor, his dad a stockbroker. At 10, he found his best friend. Ben Affleck grew up 2 streets away. Both shared the dream of one day having a career in movies.
It's moving.
No, it's not.
What the hell is going on here?
What
is this?
Kid, why are you touching me?
What? I'm not touching you.
That dream came true. In 1997, the Virtual Unknowns wrote Good Will Hunting and somehow convinced studios to let them star in it as well.
Let's let the healing begin. Could you excuse us?
Can you describe the very first day of shooting? You and Ben waited so long for that moment. You finally saw Robin Williams and Stellan Skarsgård acting out your words. At the end of the scene, he put his hands on his heads and said, you really did this. Can you describe that moment?
Yeah, I remember realizing that tears were coming down my face. It was such a long process, or at least what felt to us like a long process because we were so young. I started writing it, you know, I was 22 and Ben was 20. So we were, you know, we didn't feel young, but we were young. And by the time we were shooting it, I was 26 and he was 24. So to go to that on that first day, neither of us were working, and we went to watch these 2 great actors, these heavyweights, these people that we really admired.
I've got a full schedule. I'm very busy.
This boy is incredible. I've never seen anything like him.
What makes him so incredible, Jerry?
Saying the things that we'd written, and it just was, it was incredible. That was one of them. I mean, more than winning the Academy Award or anything, that moment was a bigger deal.
And the Oscar goes to Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are childhood friends. They appeared together in Chasing Amy and Good Will Hunting, for which Damon received the Best Actor nomination. This is their first Academy Award.
Al Pacino said the secret to success
But what does he know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was going to say, he said the secret to success is learning his lines or learning your lines. What do you reckon the secret to success is?
I never heard that. That's great. That is definitely one of the secrets to success. Yeah. Having something to say and knowing what it is, yeah.